Yeah, it just sounds like it's a regular class. Plus, I think you have to do a project. I'm taking it with summer on the maybe.
So that's English, distance. But
Just philosophy. I think that's what I'm
but I think it's
because I took it for humanity.
All right, I'll go ahead and start. And if anyone else comes in, they come in. Good morning. How's everyone? Yeah. Anyone miss break yet? It's okay to do. It was hard to wake up this morning, right? My kids don't start till Wednesday, so they were like, "Ha ha, you have to go to work." Not very nice. Right, but good morning. It's nice to see you all. My name's Elisa Setmire, abnormal psych. Everyone on the right, please. There's so many of you. I'm still getting used to that. I don't know if anyone else is still getting used to that. But what we'll do today, we'll do all the kind of usual stuff. And I know a few of you have had me before, so sorry for a little bit of repeat. But I'll kind of introduce myself a little bit, tell you a bit about myself. We'll go over the syllabus. We'll do a little activity for candy. It's never too early for candy, even at 8:30. It's not too bad. I'll go over the textbook, our website on Canvas, a couple of other things, give you a first like little brief homework assignment, take attendance, and we'll call it a day. So that's our plan. And I'm going to start just by telling you a little bit about myself. And then I'm going to make you introduce yourselves, which I know people hate. And I'm kind of telling you now so you can prepare yourself. You don't have to stand up or anything. Some of you are already smiling at me like, I shouldn't have come today. And that's okay, right? It's important, right? And we'll talk about that more in a minute. Don't worry about it yet. A little bit about me first. So I went to a community college down in San Diego area. I went to Miracosta Community College. And then I went to Humboldt State. I saw a flyer one day and I thought it looked beautiful. I knew nothing about its reputation for greenery. I went there for the trees. No one ever believes me, but that's okay. I went to Humboldt for the beautiful scenery that's up there. I have my bachelor's in psych, and then I have a master's in counseling psychology. So I'm actually trained as a therapist, though I did about 1,500 hours before I switched over to teaching. So that's fantastic for this class, especially right with abnormal psych. So I've done a lot of time as a therapist, but I've let that go many years ago, and I've been a teacher ever since. So I've been teaching for 14, 15 years now. I taught up in Humboldt at College of the Redwoods and Humboldt State. And then I moved to the one that looks very different than the other three. Moved to Colorado for a year and then quickly ran back to California. Beautiful southern conservative Colorado where I fit in so nicely. So I came right back here. The snow was fun. They have great food in Colorado, but I can visit that. So I've been here at Moore Park for, I think this is my 14th year. So I'm full-time, I'm tenured. I have an office downstairs, which is convenient for all of you. Much more fun than all of that. This slide kind of sums me up in like one collection of images. So just a little bit about me. I like to share all this with you because you're going to be staring at me for the next like 17 weeks or so. I'm a huge fan of the outdoors. I love to camp, especially because of s'mores. I haven't had a s'more in a while. I think I'm overdue, right? I had one for Halloween with Peeps. I've never had a Peeps s'more before. It was delicious. Like it kind of ruined me, I think. But normally like 40, 50 s'mores a summer is my goal. Right? It's a pretty good solid summer. Looking forward to it. But I love to camp. I love to be outside. I'm a huge football fan. I don't have much more time for football, sadly. Only like a month. Any other football fans in here? You have teams? Do you have a team or player? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Nice. Like I like the 49ers. There was a couple more. Anybody else? Yeah. The Bills. Nice. Right. I don't know who I am rooting for anymore. Like I've been a Tom Brady fan forever. And this was a weird season because he wasn't there. So I have a bunch of players that I root for. I play a lot of fantasy football. I came in first, third, and fourth in my leagues. I'm very proud of that. I have a trophy in my office, if you'd like to come see it. Right, I'm very proud of myself. I love baseball as well. Escape rooms. Escape rooms are like my favorite thing in the world. I've done 101 of them and I love them so much. Anyone like escape rooms? Yeah, few people, right? Can strategize later. I love them. They're like my favorite thing ever right now. Really cool application of psychology too. I'm obsessed with cruising. I'm going on a cruise in 72 days. I think it is. Not that I'm counting or anything. Cruises are the best. There's so much food. I plan to gain like a pound a day on that cruise if everything goes well, right? But the week before spring break, I'll be gone on a cruise, right? We'll talk about that later. Probably way too much. I'm sorry. I'm excited. I play the guitar. I love movies. I love the holidays. Sadly, they're kind of all past at this point. Like Halloween's my favorite, but I put it up there anyway. I'm a huge fan of horror movies. A couple of shows that I love. I love Naked and Afraid. Anyone like to watch Naked and Afraid? I like to watch these poor people like starving in the wilderness as I'm having a snack in my warm like room, right? But I love Naked and Afraid. I love Top Chef. I'm watching Peaky Blinders though right now. That's fun. I don't know if anyone's watched it. I'm obsessed with it at the moment. Huge horror movie fan. I love cake. Talk a lot about cake. I'm not sure why. I'm sorry about that. Cake and football, right? And get to listen to it all semester. And I love coffee. Kind of rounds me out a little bit here. I think that's it for that. I also have a bunch of children that I have to show off. 8 of them. Not really. Here's 5 of them, but these are my beautiful 4-legged pets. Oso, my fat cat Rolly. I love Rolly. He's my favorite. So fat. He's a 2-hander, right? You got to pick him up with 2 hands and you still kind of shake the little bit, right? Binks. We got him right before Halloween. Binks from Hocus Pocus. Whiskey in the middle, and then the one girl, Squash, on the right. Otherwise, they're all boys. Squash, aka Water Bottle. I don't know, right? My 2-legged children named her Water Bottle / Squash Carrots. I also have 3, I would say real children. That sounds messed up. 2-legged children. This is my oldest, Kaya, 11 going on like 17. She's such a like teenager right now, but that's another story. But this is Kaya, and then I have twins that are 9. This is Emma and her younger twin sister, Hazel. So lots of children, especially pets, but lots of children. I love them so much, right? You have no choice but to look at them. I'm a proud parent. I have to show them off, right? And then, as I said, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself a little bit too. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. And the reason I do this, I started it a few years ago, is that I want you to know that you can speak in here, right? Some of you might not ever speak again. I hope that's not the case. But I want you to know that it's possible. So all I'm going to have you do is tell me your name, your major, if you have one, and if you don't, totally okay. And then either your favorite food or your favorite restaurants. Keep it easy, right? Favorite food, favorite restaurant. My favorite food is chocolate cake, right? So I'm going to start over here with you. You don't have to get up or anything. Just from your seat, your name, your major if you have one, and then favorite food or restaurant.
So yeah, I'm coming back to school, so I already have a kinesiology degree, but taking some classes for physical therapy. And favorite food, say, probably Mexican.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
I'm a psychology major and like craft things. I'm so great. My favorite food is usually at the same place.
I'm Ella, the psychology major, and my favorite food would probably be like carbonara or any Italian food.
Sounds good. Let's go in the back.
My name is we reference it 4 ways before applying to library. And my favorite food is
I'm a psychology major, and my favorite food is probably like seafood boil.
All right.
I'm Haley, I'm second, I would say constant.
My name's Liv. I'm also a psychology major. It depends completely on my mood, but it's hard to go wrong with it.
All right. I love it.
I'm Cynthia, I'm a nursing major, and my favorite food is
My name's Micah. I'm a psychology major and my favorite food is Mexican.
Look at all 3 of you sat in the row. I like it. Yeah.
Sushi.
My name's Ben, I'm the second, I'm the.
Anyone else getting hungry? I'm always hungry, right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like, I'm Magda, I'm psychology major.
My favorite restaurant was my name is Danny, I'm a psychology major, and my favorite food is probably Italian.
Nice.
My name is Darren, I'm a psychology major. My favorite food, played PGS pizza, English pizza.
Nice. I like it.
My name is Taylor. On people, I guess steak.
Okay, I like it. Yeah.
I'm going to be a germ college major with a doctor. And then my favorite restaurant is.
Nice.
My name is Ron, I'm majoring in biology. And my favorite food is my Mexican food.
All right, we're going back.
I'm majoring with my business and my favorite food is. I love that.
Okay. I like it. I have to clarify. I like it. Yeah.
I'm a sociology major, so. And, my favorite food is probably Psych.
Nice.
I'm Jasmine, I'm a kinesiology major.
Right.
I'm Annika, my major is psychology, and it's not a restaurant, but my favorite place to go to is Keith's.
Okay. All right.
My name is Ike. I'm a psychology major. My favorite food is sushi.
Sushi. All right.
My name is Che, I'm a history major, and my favorite food is kimchi fried rice.
Nice. Sounds good.
My name is Claire, so I'm a psychology major, and my favorite food is breakfast.
Okay.
I'm Elijah, I'm a philosophy major, and my favorite food is probably McDonald's and sprouts. I'm Teddy, my philosophy is, my major is philosophy, and my favorite food is gonna be.
Nice. Thank you.
It's how we bring your psychology in favorite foods are your time.
My name's Chris. My major is psychology, and my favorite food is Mexican.
My name is Casey, it's not undecided on the major right now, and my favorite food is probably sushi.
All right.
My name is Liz, I'm a psychology major, I think. And my favorite food is probably pasta. My name is Audrey, I'm a chem major, and my favorite food is probably the Ralph's sushi, one of my sisters. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you all. I know I didn't give you a choice, but thank you anyway. Right. And I really hope that you do feel comfortable talking in here. Right. I guarantee every single one of you knows somebody that you either know has a mental illness or suspect has a mental illness. I would love to hear your stories and your questions and your thoughts. This class will be so much richer if all of you chime in. So I hope that you do that. You've done it once, you can do it again. And there are really strong correlations between participation and engagement and success. So thank you. I don't remember all of your names at all, but I will work on it as we go through the semester. Let's talk a little bit about the class. Let me give you all a syllabus. I almost said study guide. Thinking about exams. I'll hand these out. Please lay up there.
Yeah, my mom got it.
When do you have access?
No, it's from my cousin. She liked it. Thanks. I didn't ask.
I'm sorry, when do you have access?
No, when she came back, she just gave it to me.
Did everybody get one? Yeah. All right. I'm not going to go through this whole thing, right? But definitely hold on to it because all of the information that you need for the class. But let's go through some of it. If you have questions at any point, please feel free to ask, and I'd be happy to answer it. And then we'll go from there. So up at the top, abnormal psych, the place, the time, everything, you nailed all of that, so very nicely done. My name, right, so my name is Elisa Setmire. Most people call me Setmire. You can call me Professor Setmire, you can call me Elisa, if you want to brave my first name. I don't have a doctorate, so if you call me Dr. Setmire, I'll smile at you, but it's not true. But Setmire, Professor Setmire, or even Elisa, any of those are fine. I do have an office, it's right below us, which is really convenient. It's the one with like the big football field in the window. My phone number and email are on there. I am much, much better at email than I am with the phone. I'm sure I'm not alone on that. I will sit there in my office and ignore the phone when it rings. I will admit that. I know that's shameful. But if you email me, I will get back to you very quickly. I'm really good with email, and I tend to check it a lot. So please email me. You can obviously call me. You can come meet with me during office hours, but email is always going to be the best way to get a hold of me. There's some information there about like the dean, the department chair, and all of that kind of stuff, along with a little course description and objectives. So I'm going to let you read over those on your own, but those are all the things that we'll cover this semester. We're going to focus on abnormal psychology, right? All of the different disorders, all of the different like elements related to it. Anyone in here, a lot of psych majors, anyone in here thinking of like going into like counseling or anything in the field of abnormal psychology? For now, I won't hold you to it. Several of you, that's fun. This class has a special spot for me. When I was in community college, I took intro psych and I hated it. And I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? Right, this was my major and I hated it. It was at 8 a.m. and the teacher was awful. And it was just so like dry. And I was like, all right, I'll take one more class before I change my mind. And I took abnormal psych and I loved it. So this class for me kind of has like that special, made me fall in love with psychology place in my heart. So I think this is a really interesting class. I hope you feel the same way at the end. Let's talk about the textbook a little bit here. Well, I'll come back to that. Anybody get the book yet? By show of hands. A few of you, that's fantastic. If you didn't, that's okay. It looks like this, right? Or that, right? This is the book that I will be using. In an ideal, perfect world, all of you would get this book, right? If money is a little bit tight, but you want to get a book, you could get the previous edition and it's so much cheaper and it will work. Everything won't line up perfectly, but it'll be good enough that it'll work for you. But there will be some times where I don't cover everything. Maybe I don't cover a chapter 100%. We watch a film and you're kind of more in charge of reading it on your own. So try to get one of these books as soon as you can. Make sure that you're reading it as well. It's a really great textbook, right? I like the author. I like the way that he writes, lots of great pictures. So try and get this as soon as you can. We will start chapter 1 on Wednesday. So again, in an ideal world, you would have like read or skimmed chapter 1 by Wednesday, but at least try and order it or get it when you can. Those of you who got it, anyone, where did you get it? How much did you pay for it? There were a few of you, yeah.
$75.
That's not bad at all, right? Okay. Psych textbooks are awful. Not as bad as like math, but they're really bad. Anybody else? Yeah.
Similar case, I got it for around $75 for like a digital method.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else so far? So do some research, right? You can get a digital copy, you can rent it, you can buy it. There's a copy on reserve in the library as well, if money is like super tight, but ideally try and get, one of these, if you can, this one, that's a good backup as well. And I saw the older edition for $4 online, right? So the older edition you can definitely get for pretty inexpensive. So try and get a book. I would also recommend that you download an app or two. You don't have to, but we will definitely be using Canvas quite a bit, right? And we'll be using Kahoot a little bit as well. So we'll actually use Kahoot next class. So if you can, and you're welcome to do this now if you would like to, or you could do it later, try and download these two apps. Canvas is really handy because if I send out a message, you'll get it on your phone. And Kahoot is kind of fun. You gotta love the cheesy music. So we'll do that next time and compete for some candy on a little Kahoot. So try and download these if you can. The Wi-Fi in this building is shameful. It's so bad. And we still have chalkboards. I was promised we were getting whiteboards. Nope, not yet. So definitely might be better to try and download it outside of here. But if you can, get both of those. And then it might be nice to have a computer, something to take notes with. You're welcome to bring computers or tablets or things like that to take notes. It's totally fine. Doesn't bother me at all. Sure. So it's the fundamentals one. So the difference, if you were curious, is it's shorter. The other one is a longer textbook. And the fundamentals one is briefer. If you want to buy the other one, that's fine. It just is a little more in depth. But if you find a cheaper version of it, it'll work. Anybody else? For now, any other questions or anything for the moment? Yeah.
When you send you an email, do you prefer it going through Canvas or just like the regular email?
Sure. Either one's fine. They actually both end up in the exact same spot for me. So either one is totally fine. Sure. Okay. All right. So next page, second page. The syllabus. All right. So we will definitely have some assignments in here. We'll have some exams in here. Try and be here as much as you can. I really place a lot of emphasis on attendance and participation. And try and meet the deadlines. I do allow a little bit of like late work. We'll talk about that when we get closer to an assignment. But try and get things in on time. We'll do some like random class activities, and I'll talk more about that in a minute, but try and be here. Try not to miss the exams. Our exams will actually be online, right? So on exam days, we'll take our tests on Canvas. This is something I started doing during COVID, and I think that people kind of enjoyed and appreciated it because you could use your notes and your book and everything with them. So it really sets you up for success, lowers some anxiety, which is always nice. And we'll talk more about that when we get a little bit closer. Please don't copy or cheat. Plagiarizing, cheating, there are harsh consequences for both. Just give me all your own unique, beautiful work. All right. I would much rather have that anyway. There's some stuff here about Title IX and the no smoking policy on campus, which you can read over. Something that's really important to me. I want this to be a really like safe, inclusive environment in here. Right, especially, you know, as you're sharing stories or thoughts, let's always try and be really respectful of each other. Something that matters a lot to me. I want you to feel safe in sharing in this room. Try not to talk over me while I'm talking. It gets loud so quickly because we're packed in here, right? We're really packed into this room. Try to be here on time. Luckily for us at this time, there's lots of parking. The 10 o'clock time's rough, but try and be here on time. Plan to stay the whole time. As far as phones go, mine's right here. It's on. I don't mind if you have your phone on. I don't mind if it's out. If you need to check like football news or something really quickly, go ahead and do it. That's more for me, right? But I don't mind if you have it out. I don't mind if you use it a little bit. There's actually even times like with the Kahoot that we'll use our phones or use them for a little bit of research. Just try and keep it at a minimum. Obviously, the more you're on your phone, the less you're paying attention. But I don't mind if they're on. I don't mind if they're out. Obviously, if you need to talk to somebody, please please step out. But other than that, I'm not going to collect them. I still have colleagues that collect phones and take phones from people. I just got the 15, so I don't need a new phone. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. Like my 9-year-old's got phones, and I was like, well, if they're getting phones, I should get a new phone. So I did. So I don't mind if they're out. I don't mind if they're on. As far as your grade goes on the next page, there are 1, 2, 3 elements to your grade. The first one is attendance and participation. As I said, I really want you here, right? As much as you can be. And we'll do some random little activities. Sometimes there'll be a homework assignment. Sometimes it'll be like a group activity, or maybe we'll watch a film and you'll do a worksheet. But the essence of these is, in general, if you're here for them, you can do it and turn it in. If you're not, then you might miss it. The exception would be that if it's a homework assignment, right, and you reach out to me or someone else, you might still be able to get that done in time. But if you miss one of these, sadly, you'll miss it. I try to do 11 of them and drop the lowest score. It kind of depends whether or not we get there. But if we do a homework activity, you can still email it to me if you're going to miss that class. Otherwise, try and be here as much as you can. For the exams, as I said, these will be on Canvas. We'll have 3 of them. You'll have a study guide for each one. I will never trick you. I will always let you know what you need to know for the exams. They're very straightforward. As long as you've studied and prepared, you should be in great shape. And then we'll write a paper in here. And I think this is a kind of fun paper, as fun as papers can be, right? With one, you're going to be picking a TV or movie character and writing about them. You're going to be diagnosing them and then supporting it. And we'll do this in kind of 3 parts. So you'll do a little movie selection part or show selection, and then you'll do a rough draft, and then you'll do a final draft. So I think that one's kind of fun. Start thinking about characters that you might want to spend some time writing about and diagnosing. If you have a memo with access, make sure you get that to me as soon as you can, so I can get you all set up for whatever accommodations you need. You can see the breakdown for points. Everything is just based off of points for each letter grade. And then there's some like student tech support information on there as well. For now, any questions at all about the grade stuff, the attendance, exams, disorders? We'll talk a lot about each one when we get closer, but general questions for now? Yeah. Yes, so you have I believe it's 75 minutes, the same as you would have if you had taken it in class. So and if you have a memo with access, obviously that might change, but yeah, they are. You get 1 attempt at all. Yeah. Yeah, you could do either. Thank you for asking. So on exam days, which you can see, if you go to the next page really quickly, you can see when the exam days are. We won't have class on those days. So you could take it during this time, you'll have it free, or you could take it at any time during the day before basically midnight. So you could take it at home, you could take it here. You'll have a little bit of flexibility with that, which will be nice. Anybody else for now? Any other questions for the moment? So you could see our schedule on there. I will try my best to stick to it. We might get a little ahead, a little behind at times, but the days in bold will hopefully not change, right? So you can see the days we have an exam. You can see the days the parts of the paper are due. And then the ones that are highlighted in gray are the days where we don't have class. So we get a break on Monday next week, which is kind of nice as we ease back in to the semester. And then you can see spring break, and then the class before spring break will be missed as well. So you can see those holidays on here, kind of plan for those. And then I had a little statement about, health and COVID at the bottom. We're getting back more and more to normal, but I put this in here. Obviously, if you're not feeling well, stay home. Okay, it's okay. Take care of yourself, stay home. I do record every lecture on Zoom, so you can't really hear any of you. It's just my microphone from my computer. But I'll record and post them on Canvas. So if you do end up missing, you can still watch the lecture online and stay caught up. You could always email me or email another classmate to get notes and information. But if you're not feeling well, stay home. And if there was a homework assignment, you can still email it to me that day. That's totally fine. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of flexibility with, if you're not feeling well, don't feel pressured. Again, it's recorded, so you should be able to watch that later. Any other questions at all about the syllabus for now? Yeah.
So I know you said that you can't make up the in-class participation assignments, but if you're sick, and I email you during the class time, to still maybe get that participation.
I see what yeah. So as long as it's not like a group thing that I can't recreate, yes. So and there are oftentimes, it's possible. So if you're going to be absent, you could always talk to me ahead of time, or if you're sick, email me. And if it's something I can adapt, definitely. I think there's only one that I can't recreate, but other than that, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So as long as you communicate with me, I'll do anything I can to help and make sure that you can still get those points. Okay. So just if something comes up, whatever it is, talk to me, right? I'm here, or email me and whatnot. Anything else for now about the syllabus? Let's take a break then from me talking just for a minute, just to kind of give you a chance to reset a little. I know it's a lot when we're all coming back, right? It's a lot for all of us. Let's do some little bingo activity for candy. So I brought my candy. I've already had 3 pieces of candy at 7:45. So I've given you the clearance to have 9 a.m. is late for candy time. So what we're going to do, I'm going to hand this out. And I do this in all my classes. I think it's kind of like a fun little icebreaker activity. All I want you to do is fill out line number 1 for every single box. Okay, so this is lot number one. Like, for example, the first one says the name of the last movie you saw in the theater. I saw Wonka. Looks cute. So, write that. If you're torn between two things, write both of them. I'm a Gemini, I get it. Right? If you don't know the answer, you can write that as well, but it's all about you, so you should know the answer. So I'll give you a few minutes, just fill out line number one. Mhm.
Oh.
Couple more minutes and then we'll go from there. Maybe just like another minute, and then I'll tell you what we're doing from there. All right, so in a minute, if you're not quite done going, but in a minute, what I'll have you do is try to find other people who have the same response as you on line number one. So you could start with the people around you, but you're probably gonna have to get up eventually, which is probably the hardest part of this activity, that you have to wander around. But if you come across somebody who has the same thing as you on line one or close, if it's close, that's fine. Go ahead and write your name on line number two, their name on line number two, and then you've captured that square. When you get 5 across or down or diagonal, then you have bingo. You can yell it out if you're super excited, or just come up and tell me and then grab a piece of candy. We'll go till we get like 10 of them or so. One other rule, you can only get one answer from each person. So you're gonna have to kind of go around and talk to people. This is why I have to tell you this as we're doing this bingo. I had somebody reach out to me after right before winter break. And the two of them were getting married. They met in my class, realized they had a bunch in common over the bingo, fell in love, and were getting married next year, right? They met like 8 years ago in the class, right? No extra cake, not just at the bar. But it was like the wildest thing. This like young woman like reached out to me and she's like, I just wanted to let you know I met my partner in your class over bingo. I'm like, oh, look at me, I'm a matchmaker, right? Anyway, my point with this is to allow you to kind of get to know everyone a little bit. That's like extreme, but still pretty cool. So when you're ready, go ahead and start. When we get about 10 bingos or so, I'll let you know and we'll wrap it up. Okay, go ahead and see if you can find some matches.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Drop the water, but I have water, so I write that down for you. But it's Chase, C-H-E.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Let's wait.
Oh. I haven't seen moving slide.
I'm like, I saw one yesterday.
Like an actual
First, yeah, switch to see. I don't know. Okay, actually, yes, chocolate chip or just chocolate? Oh, green, favorite color. Oh,
I would like to know. I like it. It's like I'm gonna check out.
I'm gonna see.
That's right.
I guess. No, that's the. I guess, schedule for you.
Right. Excellent. Okay, go ahead and grab some candy and you can keep playing. Yes.
Yeah. So. Too. And so that's. I've been a Nintendo person. I like it better, but it kind of smells like on the stick. Because I also like a lot of space.
All right, go ahead and grab a piece.
I'm very indecisive disease.
But I also like to see this stuff.
I love them guys.
And whatnot. So I pick up the Steam Deck.
So you look to conscious. All right, awesome.
It's a great policy. But this feels like kind of awesome.
How's it going?
It's good.
Good, good. Did you get a bingo?
Yes, I think so.
Season bingo girl. Excellent. Have some candy. Right, he's never too early. Bingo?
Nice.
So super good.
Close. Close.
Yeah. It's too hard.
This is really cool.
Excellent.
Most of you also have to see about it, just like the chat.
I know, it's on the tour thing.
Yeah. Awesome, right. Or do you have, come up, you can go ahead and see. Right. All right, hopefully you, a lot of people got a chance to kind of talk a bit. If you did meet your future soulmate, you have to tell me one of them. That would be amazing. And if you're really sad that you didn't get candy, I always have candy in my office. You just have to say hi and you can have candy, right? You have to at least do that. You can't just walk in and grab it like my kids do. They walk in my office, take my candy and then go. So come find me, come say hello. I always have candy. Couple more things before we call it a day today. I want to talk about Canvas. I'll obviously take attendance, but I have a few more things to do with you. Hopefully you've seen our Canvas set, right? This is it. I do use this a fair amount, which is again why I recommended that you download that app if you can. So on here, a couple of things. You can always find announcements on here if I'm going to remind you of anything or cancel a class for some reason. This is where I would let you know. And I'm sorry, it cuts it off a little bit here at the end, but announcements is right here on the left. And I guarantee with 3 little kids that I will cancel a class at least once, right? It will happen, right? So because our class is so early in the morning, As soon as I know that I'm not going to have it, I will let you know. I'll post it on here. So if you have your notifications set up, it will let you know on your phone or by email or whatnot. So make sure you do that. All of the PowerPoint slides that I use all semester are on here as well. So I will be lecturing with PowerPoint. The syllabus is on here. All of the paper instructions and some sample papers are on here. The study guides are already on here. There's a bunch of like help and campus resources. So if you don't know how to set your Canvas notifications, I have some information about that. Might not be a bad idea to find me on these two platforms. I'll talk about that more in a minute. Just in case anything changes, if it's anything that we've learned these last few years, things can change very quickly. So not a bad idea to find me at least on these two platforms in case we need to, I don't even want to say it, go virtual for some reason at some points. All of the slides are right here, including the slides from today. And then I will also be posting the recordings of our lectures on here as well. Okay, so there's a lot of resources on here. Definitely familiarize yourself with that. The exams are on here. So when we get closer to the first exam, I'll go over that and show you. Your grades are also on here as well. Okay, so anytime you turn in something, I will post your grade online. So you always know what your score is and your grade is in the class. So not a bad idea to kind of check the site out. I've sent out a few announcements already, which hopefully you've already received. But this is our Canvas site, so good idea to kind of familiarize yourself with it a little bit. And then, as I mentioned, I hope that we don't have to use these too much. The YouTube one, I do post a lot of our videos on YouTube, so it might not be a bad idea to find me there. But you could find me on these two platforms. At the very least, just set your Canvas notifications so that you do get my messages when I send them out to you. Those are things to kind of, make sure that you have done before we get going on the semester. Are there any questions about Canvas or about any of this kind of stuff at all? Anything for now? So as far as our like kind of normal day-to-day goes, the way that I teach this class is, again, I'll be lecturing with PowerPoint, technology willing. As long as everything works, I will lecture with PowerPoint. I'm a really laid back person. I'll probably tell you stories that I shouldn't and share things that are on my mind that I shouldn't. Hopefully it's endearing and not obnoxious. We'll see. You can let me know at the end of the semester. I like to use a lot of video clips and things from pop culture as examples. There are so many examples of mental health stuff in the media. And as a side note, if you ever see a great example, send it to me. I would love it. And if I have time to share it, I will. But I get a lot of my great ideas from all of you. You're probably way more connected to pop culture than I will ever be, unless it has anything to do with Five Nights with Freddy's, which my kids are obsessed with. I probably know a fair amount about those things. If I have to hear like the Bonnie song one more time, I might like lose my mind, but that's okay. My daughter Emma just plays it on repeat. And we just sit there like, oh my gosh, please just stop. But again, if you have a great example, please send it to me. I would love it. I have high expectations. So I'm really laid back, but I do have high expectations for assignments. So please put your effort into things. Please study for exams. Please read the book, right? All of those things are going to be helpful. In my experience, people who are reading the textbook tend to do almost a grade level better than those who aren't. And part of that is I'm not going to cover everything. So when we get to the exams, if you see a term on the study guide that you don't recognize, it's probably in the book, right? And there will be about maybe 10% of things on exams that are things I don't cover. Most of it I'll cover with lecture and PowerPoint, but there will be a few. We'll do some group activities and lots of like little discussion things starting next class, right? We'll start chapter 1 on Wednesday. And I'll talk a little bit about like note taking and kind of get into it, see if you have any questions. Otherwise, that'll be our plan. Really important, as I mentioned earlier, communicate with me. If you miss a class or if something's going on, reach out to me, okay? I'm a person too. I'm happy to work with you as much as I can. I think that's everything I wanted to say about that. Again, there will be some chapters that I cover less, but for the most part, we'll follow that formatting of lecturing, and there'll be like videos and little activities to break it up. I talked more today in one long, period of time than I ever will again. So hopefully that's a good thing. But one other thing I want to do, I'm gonna give you your first homework assignment. And this is something, this will be one of your 10-point participation activities. And the goal of this for me is to help me learn your name. Okay, I have 7 classes. I have like over 300 students this semester. So please bear with me. I am awful at names, but I will try. And this is something that's going to help me to do that. Okay, so I'm going to give you an index card. If you lose it, any index card will work, but I want to start you off with one. And you can format this however you would like, though I gave you an example. That's me on my last cruise in the Mayan room. Right? I ate heavily so that I could make a food. So I'm gonna give this to you, and that's the information you want to put on your card. Okay, and you're welcome to write it now. It's totally fine, but you will need to find a picture of yourself. Now, it can be black and white, it can be color, it can be, you know, the photo paper, or it can just be normal paper, it doesn't matter. But that's probably the hardest part of it. If there's somebody else in the picture with you, just make sure you like point an arrow to you so that I don't share the wrong face. Here you go. So on your card, you'll put your name. If you prefer to go by something else other than what's on the roster, write that next to it. Okay. Give me a picture of yourself. A lot of people will put the picture on the back and the information on the front, or you can do it like that. Totally up to you. If you find me on these platforms, write your names on there just so I can connect the dots. If not, that's okay. Give me something interesting about yourself. I just got a massive tattoo. That could be my interesting thing. It itches so bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like all class, I'm like, don't itch it. I have to remind myself not to itch it. I just got 5 trees, right? For the 5 of us in our family. I've wanted to do it for like 10 years. I just did it like a week and a half ago. So that would be my interesting thing. And then why are you taking the class? Do you need the units? Is it for your major? What? Right? Just share with me. And I'll collect this next class. Okay, so don't forget between now and when I see you next to work on the card, to download the Kahoot and Canvas apps if you can. Find me online, get your copy of the textbook. Just a couple of things to kind of make sure that you try to set yourself up for success. Okay. Are there any other questions at all? The last thing I have is to take attendance, but are there any other questions or anything for the moment? I'll check again on Wednesday, but anything for now? All right, I'll give you a moment if you'd like to pack up, and then we'll take attendance and we'll call it a day. I'll pack up this candy so it doesn't distract me too much. All right. I will hang out for a few minutes after if you have any questions for me or you have a memo or anything that you want to give me. And I apologize in advance. My first name is Elisa. I can't tell you how many bad first names I've had where I've gotten like Elsa. Elsa's popular now. I've ever since Frozen. Like there's some high end. I'm not Elsa. Elijah, if they think I'm male, right? I've gotten the gamut, right? Alicia, which I don't even know how, but whatever. So if I mispronounce your name, I'm so sorry. Please correct me. I'll work on it. If you prefer to go by something else, let me know that as well. Okay. And if I don't call your name, make sure you can check in with me. That means you're not on the list. Okay, so let's go through this and then we'll call it a day. Lena, Monica, Haley, Sydney, Ike, okay. Ayana, here. Audrey, here. Teddy,
Here.
Em, here. Jasmine, here. Christopher,
Here.
Dustin,
Here.
Larissa, here. Sophia. There's 2. There's Sophia Gomez. Yeah. Diana. Those Diana. They're not here to hear me mispronounce anything. Okay. Lindsay. Ella. Sophia. Cynthia. Chloe. I go by Che. Che. Thank you. All right. Sophia Nunes. Oh, there's 3. Oh, 3 Sophia. So I'll just say Sophia when I need something answered. This is Sophia.
That's me.
You are okay. Thank you. Emerson.
Here.
Yeah. Luke.
Here.
Jean,
Here, brown spade,
what was that?
brown spade.
Thank you. Mehra?
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Rock.
Rod, I'm not even close, but thank you, right, okay. I'll get there. Tammy?
Here.
Micah?
Here.
Eliza?
Here.
Darren?
Here.
Ally?
Here.
Naomi? Casey?
Here.
Tavin? What was that? Taven, thank you. And forgive me if I mess them up again next time. Ika, and Nick.
Here.
Okay, if I didn't call your name, or if you have questions, come check in with me. Otherwise, wonderful to meet you all. I'll see you all Wednesday. Don't forget to do all these things. Have a wonderful rest of your first day.
Question.
Bye, take care. Yeah, what's up?